notes. So I didn't even think about it.
All right. And your elbows can help you there a little bit. Roll your way through.
Let's go, guys. Let's see it.
Good.
At least the best of your ability. And if you're having a lot of trouble, with that one, go back to the first one on the wall where you're just switching your hips back and forth.
Yeah. That's the more important one anyway.
I wouldn't say more important.
That one
was first. Well, it's more important because you have to get that one before you get the other one. So.
I'll give you that.
That building the house, you have the foundation laid.
Sure.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I was wrong. Jeez. All right, guys. Yep, keep getting reps in. I'm watching 25 each side. At least the best of your ability.
This is tough, Matt.
You're doing great, dude. Honestly, though, the first one against the wall looked great.
Okay.
This one's just a much higher version. It's just
All
a
right.
much higher version of that same drill. That's all.
All right.
You're not used to inverting on your back like we are and spinning around all weird, you know?
Not at all.
Yeah, but your first one looks great. So just hit the first one a couple of times and then try the spin, and then go back to the first one, hit it like 5-10 times each side, and then try the spin. And you'll notice that one will supplement the other.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, brother. No problem, man. Because the first one's more important, you know?
Isaac, good morning, brother.
Morning, Brian. All right, so I guess now we'll move on to some different movement drills. So there's obviously only a few ways you can move on the mat. One is scooting from my butt. So it's not something we have to do all the time, but it's a skill we should develop. All right, so when I scoot back away from my opponent, I can use two hands if I want to get myself away faster. But when I scoot in, I usually want to use one hand on the ground, like this. All right. Or in some instances, I can keep both hands in and scoot with my feet here. Obviously, the advantage of doing that is I don't have my arm out to risk getting Kimura, but the disadvantage is I don't move as fast. All right. So there's three ways I can scoot. I can scoot forward with one hand and a foot. I can scoot forward with 2 feet, or I can scoot backwards with one hand and one foot, or backwards with 2 hands and 2 feet. All right. So we can just move around to get used to that. And also with that, one of the best things I can do from here is just stand up here. So put my foot in the ground, knee up, hand up, same side, and I slide my foot back along my feet. All right. For my technical stand up. All right. So we have three little moves right here. We have a scoot forward, scoot backwards, technical stand up. Scoot forwards.
Good, Brett.
Just using my
Perfect.
feet. Then I use my hand. I can see how much further I can scoot. Then I can stand up, back down, scoot back, scoot forward.
Brett's doing like a forward, backwards, technical stand up, forward, backwards inversion.
Nice.
Forward, backward, technical stand up, forward, backward, and he'll like do that drill.
Oh, do you like the roll? Nice, very good.
Try that, Mike.
And so, like, imagine if I'm trying to get away from my opponent, I can do a big scoop into a technical stand-up. All right, let's see how everybody's doing.
Some good technical stand-ups. Jason Pilar's got it. Good. He's got it. Good, Mike.
Good. Good job, guys. All right, so you know, another thing I can do is like my wrestling style of Steve. All right, so I can instead of sitting on my butt, I can also work on stuff from turtle position too. All right, so I can start from my back. All right, I bridge, and remember when we bridge, we use 2 feet. We're just gonna sort of, we want to just use 1 foot as close as we can here. We bridge to our turtle, then we can hit our stand up, snap, crackle, pop, hands, breaks, chop away.
Pee on the wall.
Yeah, be on the wall, chop away. 5 feet. Also from there, I don't really hit it a lot, but Granby rolls. Right, so if I focus my roll here, if it's something you don't hit a lot, you don't want to roll a couple times to get used to it. Here, roll. All right, so I can. And I have a switch too. All right, so then if I want to, I can mix up my 2 different methods for being on the ground. All right, I could be scooting here, scooting forward, scooting up to my feet. Now I'm back down. Now I stand up. Move. I can shoot my way back to the ground here. That's it. Yeah, I don't hit a Granby a lot. Here. All right. We're gonna sweat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, Alex. Pick up the pace.
What times?
I got a good one to finish off with.
Okay.
It's 11:15 already. So it's 11:15 already.
Yeah, you take it from here.
I gotta be finished.
Then we can just do the question answer.
All right, guys, 3 minutes solo drills on your own. You should be sweating by the end of this, all right? And then Coach Isaac's going to take over. Let's go. Get it moving. We went over some shrimps. We went over some guard retention. You got some wrestling drills you want to work on, do those. You have, a vast array of things to work on. If you got a dummy, attack Attack that dummy. Work on your moves. Get it in.
There's some squats over there. Come on, squat here now.
Oh, I already did 115 today. Do 115, then I'll start doing spots.
I'll do it.
I'm just kidding. I'll do it with you. I don't mind.
It's probably around there.
I'm doing squats, hip downs, push-ups, one-arm push-ups, lunges.
What are push-ups?
Yeah, I'm at five per day. 5 each arm.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro, I'm killing it. I'm coming back out of this a whole different beast. No one's even
Working
gonna
on the
know what's
one
going
finger
on.
push-ups.
No, yeah, no, I haven't got that far yet.
5 of these? Jesus.
Yeah, it's weird. My left arm's better than my right arm. I don't know why. Gotta be tougher when Alfieri knees me in the face again.
Yeah,
He kneed
when?
me in the face twice
Dude,
that round.
every
Once over here.
time.
Once
Is
over
it
here.
right
Yeah.
there? I can
yeah.
see
And
that.
they-
That almost
Let
broke.
me see.
That almost
he
broke.
kneed
Oh,
me
yeah.
Twice that round. It's
Yeah.
over here and then over here.
So it's like. I said, what'd you do? He goes,
I guess.
Oh, he passed my guard and I need him in the face to get it back.
good, Gina. Good level changes. Add your wrestling in, guys. You wrestlers, don't be afraid to wrestle.
Everybody's looking great. One more minute, guys. One more minute.
Alfieri's wedding dinner and be like, do you take this woman to be your wedding wife? Oh, I guess.
Look at her and go.
We're here.
Good job, guys.
So yeah, I guess it's cool.
It's gonna be such an awkward wedding. Good job. Gina's killing it. Coach Cook's on it. Alex,
Yeah, Mike.
Jason, Will,
Everybody's doing awesome. Keep
Mike
moving. Keep
Jackson.
moving. 30 seconds.
Steve-O, Brett Collins, perfect attendance. Beating the heck out of his dummy right now.
We've had a lot of people on here, like pretty consistent.
Yeah.
actually. Will, Jason, Brett Collins.
Yeah, Will was on Dritch's class last night.
Mike's been doing good.
Yep. Corona stripes. We're gonna dip them in Corona beer and put them on.
What else? I'm trying to think what else.
Bosco.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a couple.
He's there a lot. He's on the strike, all the striking class.
All right, guys. Awesome. Grab some water real quick, and then Isaac's going to blast you guys.
All right, guys. We're gonna see how this goes. I hope your legs are feeling good because we're gonna wake them up. Is that cool with everyone? I'll unmute everybody so I can hear you. All right, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna play a song. And we're gonna do a squat. We're gonna hold our squat the best we can. And
Watch this short video.
Hold on.
To get 30 minutes of uninterrupted
30
listening.
minutes of unlimited listening, Spotify. This is one that one of my friends does all the time. I did it with him the other day. It was horrible, so I figured I'd have you guys do it with me.
Thanks a lot.
There you go.
Challenge, squat challenge.
You guys hear that song?
No.
Hear it?
This is it. It's gonna be horrible.
You guys hear
Get
it?
yourselves ready.
All right, so I'm going to switch the camera.
What we're gonna do? Every time I set us down, we're gonna stretch. Set us up. We're gonna come up. Okay. Self stretched out a little bit. Get your legs ready for a little blast. Go back just a little bit. Perfect. Is it not the one?
It should be.
Here it is.
Wow. Good luck. Let's see how you guys started this. It's only like 6 minutes. So every time I say set it down,
Is it?
you're doing it. My friend Robert Creighton does this to his kids all the time. Cruel and unusual punishment. Your legs are shaking, that's good. Somebody will get extended to this song. This is 12-minute version. Good boy.
It's a good way to make you hate like a really good song.
Legs are burning. No, you should be doing this.
Yeah, sure.
You hanging in there?
Yeah, they're doing great. Everyone's doing great.
Woo! The burn is real. About 150 days.
Yeah, the holding it's different. Holding it makes it tough. Good squats, guys. Get those butts down. Butts to your heels. We're going parallel each time. Good. We got some good squats out there.
Woo!
Boom.
Good job, guys. Shake it out. Woo! How you guys feeling after that?
Coach, that song is stuck in my head now.
Huh?
Song's gonna get stuck in my head.
All you have to do is do that song 3 times a week and your legs are going to be set.
Yeah, that's a burner right there.
Woo! That's a good one. Great job today, guys. We're going to end up with a little bit of yoga at the end, just to stretch. Want to do that or you want me to?
Yeah, I can do it.
Matt will push a little yoga. Remember, keep doing your drills. We could actually see skill improvement from a lot of you guys. Like, your skills are getting better. I want to see it in action now. It's like sharpening your sword. You know, your knife's getting sharp because you're moving right. That's where most people break down, is their movement.
So keep doing all those skills.
Yeah,
study tape.
Especially your drills against the wall. Everybody's drills against the wall. Like your hip movement's a lot better, and you're gonna find that that's gonna be huge for your guard retention and your defense on the bottom. Along with all those other drills that we've been doing, and they're all applicable to live training. So, we've been trying to hammer that home. So
Noah was talking about studying film, and I do that for wrestling a lot, obviously, but I do it for jiu-jitsu more because I love seeing, avenues for attacks that might not be traditional. One of them, or avenues of attack that are very traditional, that's done perfect. And a couple of people that I like to watch. One match I just watched last night, studied it actually. I did watch that Leo Vera and Marcelo match, which is good, really good technical match. But I watched Roger Gracie, not Roger, it's Hodger, versus Berchesha. And the one thing that stood out on me, the reason why Hodger was able to implement his finishing position was his takedown defense, because Berchesha attempted a single leg and tried it twice, ran him out of bounds on the second one, and pretty much used all his energy to try to take him down. And I could see as a wrestler, by Hodger maintaining his position and fighting off the single leg and getting his hips into him, it wore down Berchesha, who was at the time considered the greatest gi grappler in the world, heavyweight absolute world champion multiple times in a row, pretty much thought to be unbeatable. And here comes Hodger out of retirement and basically gets that, and then he pulls into a half guard, takes it back, and finishes him in a modified bow and arrow choke, which was pretty incredible considering that, the last time Berchesha's been submitted was probably years on years in a tournament setting. And to have him come out of retirement and do that, where he hadn't competed in probably 6-8 years, shows that his skills, by just continually to drill, it wasn't anything fancy. It was takedown defense, and executing a sweep to a modified choke. That's all it was.
really never that fancy.
Yeah, the Gracies. Even another one I really like to watch is Gary Tonin with the craziest game in the world versus what's the Kron Gracie at ADCC 2006, 15,
2013.
2013.
Thank you,
No, that's wrong.
13.
No, that's wrong.
Was it 13?
No,
Yeah,
it was in China. I'm saying 16, 17. I don't know, whatever, 2 years. But anyway, you might be right. Watch that match because Kron gets the kitchen sink thrown at him, and he ends up choking him out in a simplistic rear naked choke, which I thought was pretty ironic to the match considering all the positions they were in. And, that was a young Gary Tonin who didn't – he might be right, actually. It might have been 2013. He was young, and no one really knew who he was. He was coming out on the scene, and it was like his coming out party, which I thought was pretty cool. But at the same point, Kron used just traditional jiu-jitsu to withstand it and break it down. So study tape is what I'm saying. I really like that, what Noah does. I share tape all the time between the coaches. And technique. Like every night if I'm watching technique, I'll like, that technique would really work for this person. I'll send it to them. I love when people do that to me because I'm like, oh, that does fit into my game. Or just to, this is a cool technique and just share it with them. Instagram's great for that because you can just send it right over to them.
The positives of social media.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's probably only thing I like about social media right now is sharing jiu-jitsu technique and wrestling technique. But
guys, and I want to hammer this home. Take notes. If you watch something and you see it in a match or something, you think it's like applicable to your game, or you think like it's a defensive maneuver that you should maybe try to drill and see if it works for you. Write it down. It'll be in our heads for like 5 or 10 minutes. Or the next time we try it, we'll go to try it and it'll be all junked up because we didn't write down A, B, and C. It really only takes a couple minutes to journal your things. Like I have a notebook full of what the workout was I did, what we did in jiu-jitsu as far as technique, my rolls, rolling that I think I should change in my game, like different mistakes I made or things I didn't capitalize on and all those good things. It's just great that you can go back and look and be like, man, I remember we did this technique 2 months ago, you know, but I don't remember A or B, but I remember C. It's physical. You can go back.
We lose him. We lose him. Yeah, we did.
That's gonna be my 2 cents for the day. So
I wanted to go back to the match, the Buchecha versus Hodger Gracie match, because when I had a gi match coming up against Lou a while back, I hadn't trained a ton of gi before that, so I wanted to really focus on an exact game plan for the exact submission I was going to get. So I decided I'm going to go for that same like bow and arrow type choke that he hit. You know.
Still watch it.
So I watched it over and over and drilled it, and I was like, this is how it's going to go down. And it ended up happening like that. But it's just it's pretty close. But and also his Hodges has a very interesting guard, the way he pulled guard, so that's really something to watch for too. But yeah, like I was saying in the beginning of the match, you know, the creativity isn't you know, rewarded on the mat. You know what I mean? There are so many great examples out there of good game plans, good moves and stuff, and all you have to do is just watch them and try to emulate them. You know, it's the easiest thing. It's already right there for you. So yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys did a great job today, and I appreciate it. If anyone has any questions, let me know.
You guys want to stretch a little bit? Give us a thumbs up.
Well, we're over the time. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Sure, I'll just. We're gonna finish with a cool down, 5 minutes, guys, just to get your bodies loose. Uncorona. We're gonna uncorona the body.
These exercises are 100% guaranteed to keep away the coronavirus.
Oh, approved.
All right. Start standing up. Good posture. Feet about hip distance apart. Big breath up to the sky. And down. Forward fold. Keep your back nice and straight. Should feel it in your hamstrings a good bit. Breathe through it. Big breaths. And then we go ahead and fold our upper body over. Big breath up. Go down. Get a good stretch at the bottom. One more. Plant your hands. Step it back to a plank. Go from here. We're going to come up to down dog. Use your core. Pull your hips up. Try to get your heels on the ground. You need to pedal your heels down. Get a good stretch into the hamstrings. Bring it back to plank. Go, bring it up again. Walk it up a little bit.
Did you hit nobody or didn't hit?
Bring one leg up to the sky. Should feel a nice squeeze in that glute. We're going to step it down with control to the outside of our hands. From here, we're going to go ahead and get a little rotation in. So the same hand, same foot they were planted, same side hand. We're going to take a little reach underneath, stretch out the upper back a little bit, get our spine moving. We're going to take that same hand and we're going to rotate
to the sky. Bring it back down. Big reach. Big rotation. One more. Go let the knee fall to the ground. Bringing the hips forward. Should feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. Should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings and your glute. Get a good stretch down. Big breaths. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take our leg that's planted, bring it across, let it fall down. And then again, try to bring our hips to the ground. Should feel a nice stretch in your right hip, your external rotators. Try to keep your knee, don't go too wide, try to keep your knee in a nice line. Don't want to be too wide here with our hips. Go nice and controlled. We're going to elevate, bring it back. Good, and step it back to plank. Big down dog. From here, we lift the other leg. Nice and controlled. Bring it forward. Good. Same side we have planted. Again, we reach underneath, get a little rotation at the bottom, then we rotate. World's greatest stretch. Big reach underneath. Big rotation. One more. Good, let the knee fall to the ground. Get a nice stretch throughout the right hip flexor. Still into the left hip, into the groin. Good stretch. One more big breath. Now we take our leg, bring it inside. Try to keep our knee in a nice, our right knee, so our other knee, or maybe your left, whichever. Trying to keep our hips in a nice line, not too wide. Bring our hips down. Really using your breath. You have to use your breath to relax and release that tension. You know, breath is life. Now we come up. Stepping it back. Hips up. Back down. Chest on the ground, pushing through. Big arch up. Get a little extension out of that back. Back up the plank. Up the down dog. Back to plank. Back down, pushing up. You do a little, I like to do like a little wiggle here with my upper body, my lower body. Stretch out a little bit. Come back up to plank, one more time. Pushing back to down dog. Plank,
Lowering it down. Nice and slow. Driving it forward off our toes. Curl our toes. Up. Push it up. Down dog. Popping forward. Standing nice and tall.
Noticing the good we just did to our body. After all that good jiu-jitsu work, all those solo drills, a little bit of breathing exercises in the beginning too. So awesome job today, guys. Thank you guys. Hope that helped out. Great work.
Good job, guys. See everyone soon. One day.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, good job, everybody.
Good job. God bless.
Any questions or anything?
Stay away from the Rona.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out for the Rona.
Thanks. Stay safe.
Bye, later,
Bye,
guys.
Gina.
Have a good day, guys.
Guys, thanks Noah, thanks Matt, thanks Isaac.
Yeah,
Good job, Brian.
thanks for taking it, Brian. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, man. We appreciate you guys.
This is great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy. All right,
Good job, boy.
Guys,
have a
take
good
care.
day, everybody.
Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye, Gina.